Three things that shaped me. Over a year ago, I was at the lowest point in my addiction. I was at my breaking point, but I survived and thrived because of three things I discovered that changed my life. Today, you'll learn a little bit about what they are. Today, you will discover that my purpose is to inform you, the audience, about my three favorite things and to explain why each holds special significance in my life and how they've contributed to who I am today, and also to give you a general understanding of who I am as a person. This is important for you to know because you will see the world through a new lens by hearing why these specific things resonate with me. You will gain a fresh perspective and could perhaps reconsider your own preferences. It fosters connection and relatability. Sharing my personal passions allows you to learn more about my values. And finally, it could inspire your own top three list. Hi, my name is Ruben Banuelos, and I'm qualified to speak because I've spent years exploring different interests and passions, from countless hours dedicated to fishing or gambling or immersing myself in the world of video games, and even dedicating time to work on my truck. These experiences have given me a unique perspective and a deep understanding of what makes these things truly special to me and hopefully to you as well. Here's what you will hear. Firstly, we'll talk about my daughter and how she's made me do a complete 180 in life and what she means to me. Second, we'll talk about working on my vehicle and how it's contributed to me staying on the straight and narrow and what it means to me. And finally, we'll talk about my favorite place in the world, Grammy's house, and how the memories have shaped my mindset. Before we get started, it is important to take into consideration that these are my own experiences, and so for you, the audience, you could have an entirely different opinion of what you like to do. Just be open and minded and enjoy getting to know a little more about me and some of my passions and my happiest times in life. Let's get started with how my daughter Ruby has changed my life for the better and become my greatest teacher, showing me to see the world with fresh eyes. And what I mean by that is she caused me to change my whole mindset into that of a father. I no longer have the urge to go out and make life-ruining decisions. It's crazy that just a year ago, my daily routine consisted of finding a way to get high every day. And now my need to be a good dad supersedes my addiction. And every day I thank God for bringing her into my life. Since we're doing a My Three Favorites list, my daughter is definitely going to be at the top. It's crazy that one little person can bring so much joy into the world. Now that you know a little bit about my daughter Ruby and how she contributes to my daily life, let's move on to my truck Shayla and how working on her and driving her gives me something to do in my daily life so I'm not tempted to go back to drug use because of boredom. My truck Shayla also means a lot to me. She may be a little beat down and I had to fix a bunch of problems when I first got her, but for her to have 200 something thousand miles on her and to still be running strong, she'll always hold a special place in my heart. I love everything about my truck because it gives it personality, even its blemishes like the giant dent in the side that I got within 8 hours of purchasing the truck. If I could have had it another way and bought a nicer car, I probably wouldn't have. My truck's got history. My older cousin that I bought it from owned it for 10 years before me and didn't want to get rid of it because it meant a lot to him also. But when I'm paying $300 less than what he got it for brand new 10 years ago, how can you say no? Now that you know a little bit about Shayla and what she means to me, let's see how my memories at Grammys were some of my favorite times in the world. I remember being super young and going to visit Grammy and Papa before Papa passed. And I remember every morning waking up to a home-cooked breakfast. The smell of bacon is almost nostalgic. I would go watch cartoons in Grammy's cozy den every morning and enjoy my breakfast before spending my days doing whatever it is kids do. Looking back, it didn't seem like much, but I shouldn't have taken that time with Papa for granted. You never know when a moment can turn into a memory, and so those days were some of my happiest. Some of those memories include shooting hoops with Papa and sneaking peeks at the game he was watching while heading to the other room to grab a drink from the back fridge. Here's a recap of my main points. To talk about my daughter and how she's made me do a complete 180 in life and what she means to me. To talk about working on my vehicle and how it contributed to me staying on the straight and narrow and what it means to me. To talk about my favorite place in the world, Grammy's house, and how the memories have shaped my mindset. With Grammy, I found my home. With Ruby, I found my strength. With Shayla, I found my wisdom. These aren't just my favorites, these are the pillars of my world. Find your home, build your strength, and always seek more knowledge. Now that I've shared the three things that define my happiest day, Here's the real question. If you had to strip away the noise of the world and leave only three things behind, what would remain? Don't wait for a fire to find out. Start living for those three things today.